Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about why people cheat. And I think that this video is going to help women who have been cheated on, or they're going through a situation where they don't know if they want to forgive their partner. They're really going through it. The video is going to help you to understand what he did and help bring you to forgiveness. This is a beautiful video. So these are the reasons why people cheat. Whether this was a woman or a man, this is why people cheat. And this is psychological. Cheating is not personal, and I really want people to understand that. It is not even remotely personal. There are some situations where we can sit and ask ourselves, what could I have done? But let's just go through why people do this for the first part. So number one, the reason why people cheat is because they witnessed it growing up. So if they had a mom or a dad that was a cheater, they thought that those things were okay, so they mimic those behaviors. If they saw that their mom cheated, but they still ended up with their partner, there could be some wound there that they didn't fully heal from. And they're going and repeating their behavior because that's what they saw growing up. Whether they saw it as normal, expected of them, or it was kind of just, this behavior is okay because someone who I admired growing up did this. It's not okay because they did this, but this is a reason. Number two is low self-esteem. Not saying that everyone who has low self-esteem will end up cheating, but what happens is if you have low self-esteem, you typically are looking for other people. You are typically looking to other people to kind of validate you. So if you have low self-esteem, you could be thinking, okay, this person that I have in front of me, they're not making me feel as much self-worth as I need to because they don't have any for themselves. So they're going out to clubs and bars trying to get attention. Maybe their Instagram is filled with a lot of promiscuous photos because they want to feel valued in any way they can. Maybe they have side pieces or, pretty much anything to make them feel validated. This type of thing is insatiable. They're not going to get their self-worth from other people, and you're not going to be able to fill it for them. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It's them as a person. That's going to be some personal building that they're going to have to do within their character. Number three is revenge or anger. So if you look deep, is there something that you may have done to that person in the past, whether you have cheated or, you had an emotional affair or something that they found out about that they felt so angry about and they didn't fully get over it. They may be seeking a way to hurt you. And they may be seeking a way to make themselves feel better about what you did because now they did it too. Or they want to hurt you the same way. These are some things that people can do. Just that anger, that revenge, that frustration that they have. They wanted to this is what you did to me, so I'm going to do it to you. And number four is a lack of communication. I think that this occurs when people silence themselves in relationships and they don't know how to communicate their feelings. So for example, you may not be meeting all of their needs because they are not expressing them. So this could simply mean, oh, okay, well, I really feel like I want my partner to take me out because we haven't gone out in years and it doesn't make me feel special. Or you're not meeting their love language, right? I've read that book. It's a great book. And the love language thing really is you're just not hitting their love needs. They're not expressing that to you. So they begin to silence themselves and they begin to seek it out through other people, whether it's subconsciously or purposely. So now they ended up cheating because they didn't feel that they got all their needs within the relationship. Do I think that they should have gone to cheating? Absolutely not. I think that they should have continued to have communication with you and solve that problem there. To touch upon as well is sexual immorality. There are some people who you can get into relationships with, or they may have gotten into the relationship with you because of sexual morality. So if you came across as a very promiscuous woman and you appeal to their sexual desires and nature for you. So now they're viewing you as an item. And now when they have a taste of that item, now they're going to keep doing the same to every other woman. And this can stem from, again, their sexual immorality. They got addicted to sex at a young age, or they watched a lot of porn, and that's how their mind operates. They don't view women in the way that they should be. And it's dangerous. It's very dangerous to date somebody like that. And that's why they say if you are going to be in a serious and committed relationship, never put yourself to be presented in that manner, because you will attract the wrong men. But if you're serious about, getting into a relationship with someone and you're looking for a marriage, don't entice them in that way. Entice them mentally and build them up. And this person is going to be our spouse, or this person is our spouse. We can be there for them and help them to grow into the person that they're supposed to be. That's what I feel like our job is as a wife, especially in a biblical relationship, a biblical marriage. You should be doing that. The reason why I say that is because these guys, they look for women to prey on, to feed into their nature. I want to say their sinful nature, to just be sexual. And then they get into relationships and they're not really committed. They're just there for one thing. And it just brings about this whole cycle. So that's another reason why they cheat. And I don't want any of you women or any of you ladies to feel guilty, to feel bad when you get cheated on, because none of it is personal. People cheat because it's selfish. They don't have a sense of morality. They may not have a relationship with God. They aren't honest. They're sneaky people. This is what they've done. This is what they've seen. This can stem from their childhood. There's so many reasons, but it never is you. It never is you. They didn't want to communicate. They didn't want to fix the needs. People who cheat are broken people. And I think I can't stress that enough. And in their brokenness, they're going to hurt you. And there are some scenarios in which we can accept that. If this person is our spouse and we're helping them to heal and helping them to grow, we can't just jab at them and continuously hurt them. We can love them. Because there are some men who become codependent on women to treat them as a parent. And there's a different job as a wife versus a parent. I assume since you're watching this video, you're pretty serious about the relationship. And you want to grow and you want to help them grow. But there are some people who don't want to grow. And they may need to do that independently, because you may not even be the person that they are meant to be with and the person that they want to be with. They just want to abuse what they can from you because you're giving them motherly traits. You're giving them what they wanted from their mom, or something that they need in that moment. And we cannot waste our lives catering to a man who isn't growing up. I want to make sure that you are not staying in a relationship with a man who isn't your husband. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your purpose. Spend time with the Lord so he can help you to grow to be the woman that you are meant to be. I hope that you find your husband. And when you do find your husband, he's not necessarily going to be 100% perfect, but you will know when God has sent you the right man, and not needing to waste your time, waste your life. Because I'm telling you, when you're dating men who aren't serious, who are very childish, who do not provide for you, girl, it is going to put a strain on your life and the capacity to which you should be walking and to the purpose that you should be living. We're here, and relationships are really to build one another and not to break and to hold someone else down and yank on them. And we get that. You totally need to give people mercy and grace, 110%. We need to use your discernment and speak with the Lord when is it time for me to go? Is it time for me to stay and be forgiving when this person cheated? Or is it time for me to leave? And I cannot answer that question for you. I am a huge believer in mercy and grace. We should be walking the way Christ did. There is certain situations where it is time for you to walk away. In marriage, I don't think you should ever walk away. I think you should be showing people that God is never going to leave us destitute. And that's what our marriage is to represent. The man is Christ, and the woman is the church. So when we are in a relationship, a man should be showing us that. And when we're in a marriage and we get hurt and cheated on, we need to show them grace and forgiveness. But when you are dating someone, things get a little different, because I've had times where I'm like, wow, this is the person I'm going to marry. And then I got older and I found the person who I actually am going to marry. And you kind of just really know, like, wow, okay, I was wasting my time before, because there was a point where I needed to have walked away and I did not. When you're dating somebody, this person may not be your spouse, and you can date them. And I think that God allows us to date men. He allows us to date boys. The reason is because we needed to help them see something, or they needed to help us see something. And within that, we should not be sleeping with them. Why? Because you end up with someone who's not your husband, and you end up staying with them because now you have such a deep connection with them that if your husband were to walk by, you're going to be so distracted. That's why I tell girls, you shouldn't be sleeping with your partner. You shouldn't be doing things that are assigned for the husband, because when we're dating, it's meant to help us grow. When you begin to see the reality of why people cheat, it really begins to hurt much less. And you're like, oh wow, this person's like not okay. Or oh wow, like I should really be forgiving because there's really just something wrong here. It's not you. I hope that helped you guys, and continue to spend time with the Lord, spend time in His Word, and grow with Him. And your mind will develop beautifully with Him, and your heart will change.